This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Tom Welland, who fights at York Hall on the Big Wasserman Show this Friday night. Tom, good to speak to you again. How have things been? I know this is your fourth fight, so you've still not been around for too long, but what's it been like the last few months, having pro fights, having experiences like this at press conferences?
Oh, it's been great, It's every day's a learning day, Every day's a school day, we're learning on the job. But again, it's nice to be active. Obviously, we've got a massive card here with Wasserman Love on Channel 5. Again, it's a Charlie Edwards card. Whenever the Edwards name's in boxing, it's going to be a big show, whether it's him or his brother. So we're moving, and it's nice to be live on the broadcast as well, live on Channel 5 this time, my Channel 5 debut. So it's nice. But we're just getting as many fights as possible, staying active this year and building momentum.
Fantastic. Feels like you've done a little bit of a tour of the UK in the first year as a pro. Telford, Sunderland, Brighton, but I know you're an Essex boy. Is it a bit of a relief to be fighting pretty much back home?
It's nice. Obviously, this time I don't have to stay in a hotel this time. I can go and stay at home, so it's nice. But also, for the people back in Essex, my family, my friends, everyone that wants to come and support, everyone's come this time. We've done a lot of tickets, we've done a lot of people coming to this one. It's nice. It's so nice. The last couple have been far away. Everyone's watching it on the telly. Obviously, I know that the support's always there, but to have people there, make some noise, and we'll go out there and bring a big fans, big homecoming for me, and bring a big performance. So it's nice to be at home, and hopefully there'll be many more.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing you back in action. We were at the Brighton show. I know you got the stoppage that time. Still see if you can get another win, another stoppage on Friday night. Do want to ask Tom, not many people can be in early April and having their second fight of the year already. What is kind of the plan for this year? Has an amount of fights been discussed with Lee Eaton, with your trainer, in terms of what you want to do and what you want to achieve this year?
Yeah, obviously we spoke a lot about staying active mainly. We just want to fight as much as possible. We just think the 4s and 6 rounders that we're doing, obviously we're starting slow and we're taking gradual steps up every time, but we just want to get active. We want to stay as long as I've got a fight coming up, we're going to stay in the gym, and we can keep learning, put it into practice on the fights. But also, we want to take these little gradual steps up. I'm only 19, there's no need to rush, but we just want to keep active, keep building momentum. I feel like I keep saying it, because we just want to keep building momentum. We have spoke about how many fights we want this year. To be honest, we haven't come to a number. We've not come. We just want to say every show we can possibly get on, we just want to get on it. That's all really. And if that means 5 fights, that means 6 fights, that means 8 fights this year. Take as many fights as possible.
Yeah. One more question on yourself, Tom. I know you've gone in, you've started your pro career with a bang, kind of on TV, on Wasserman. Not everyone does that. Are you now used to what it's like, kind of fighting on the big stage? I know you possibly don't know anything else when it comes to being a pro, but do you kind of still get those nerves now? When you were 2 fights in, when you were 3 fights in, compared to your debut, how's it been, kind of like getting used to being a pro?
Listen, there's always nerves. It's normal to have nerves, As long as you can learn to control it and thrive off the nerves, that's the main thing. Whether you're an amateur, whether you're a good pro, fighting a national final, or even a world championship final, you'll always have the nerves there. Obviously, this is different for me from what I'm used to, but my debut was in November, so I've been a pro now. I'm fighting as a pro for just over 6 months. So we're getting there, we're getting used to it. This sort of thing, obviously the media days, we never had this as amateur boxers, whether it was at the top or at the bottom, we never had this sort of thing, but we're getting there. We're getting used to the media, we're getting used to the live weigh-ins and the 24-hour weigh-ins, It's a good transition for me, and again, this is all I learn. Every day's a school day when you're a pro, Sometimes it's different, sometimes you have the same experiences. Doesn't really matter, but the nerves will always be there, and I've had enough fights now where I know how to control my nerves, but again, there'll be certain fights when, like these little fights here, the gradual steps up, there's a different kind of nerve. But again, it's all learning for the future. We're just building ourselves at the moment, and we're putting ourselves in the right position.
Great. Just one final question outside of yourself, Tom, about your division, featherweight division. There's one man who fights next month, who we could see fighting in the featherweight division later this year, NAOYA Inoue. I'm sure you're very familiar with. I just want to get your opinion. If he beats Lewis Neary on May the 6th and says, right, I'm done, completed this division, moving up to featherweight, how do you think he gets on at featherweight? Is he too small? Could he come on and win more world titles? Could he be undisputed again? What are your thoughts on Inoue moving up to that division?
Obviously, if he beats Lewis Neary, he's defended the undisputed status. What's the point in staying at super bantam? He might as well, if he is striving for greatness, what's the point in staying in your comfort zone? You've clearly proved now you've boxed at super bantam twice for the undisputed status. I think he should go up after this Lewis Neary fight if he wins. If he does go up, I think he'll naturally grow into a featherweight. I think right now he's obviously naturally a super bantamweight fighter. But again, he's come up from super fly, so he's had to grow into to bantam, super bantam. He'll go again into featherweight. I think give him time at feather, and you'll see a different beast in Inoue. I think he'll. Obviously, you got that Vendetta Lopez, Carlos Alberto Lopez. You got Otabek Monotov. You got Raymond Ford. There's loads of great names. I think you got Nick Ball. Lee Wood's just gone up, but there's loads of great names at world level at featherweight. So I think it's a more stacked division at world level than it is at super bantam. But I think give him 6 months after moving up, and he'll start to pick off one by one. I don't think it will be as easy to win undisputed status at featherweight, just because of the level of pros that are there. However, I think he will do it. I think he'll make it look fairly comfortable, and then end up going again. But if he goes up, I'm going down. Simple as that.
We'll see. Tom Welland, thank you very much for your time and all the best for Friday night.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks for speaking to me. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, man.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you. Thank you.
Cheers.